adventurers, and welcome back to Highland Explorer. Today we find ourselves not in the Highlands, but on the blustery northeast coast of England, in the charming seaside town of Whitley Bay. Our journey begins at the Cullercoats metro station, a delightful example of Victorian railway architecture that has been gracing this coastline since 1882. Interestingly, the original station was located a bit further inland before they decided to move it closer to the sea in the 1880s. It even survived a brief closure in the late 70s when the whole line was converted to the Tyne and Wear Metro. They did a bit of sprucing up, added some new signs, and even played classical music to deter any rogue pigeons from causing a ruckus. They've also recently given the old footbridge a facelift, so it looks quite dapper these days. Don't worry, we'll spare you the Mozart in this video. Anyway, enough of trains, let's get to the coast. First stop, Cullercoats Bay. This beautiful horseshoe-shaped bay is the home to some fascinating sights. We'll be checking out the Dove Marine Laboratory, a research facility dedicated to unravelling the mysteries of the deep. They're tackling all sorts of marine science conundrums, from air-sea gas exchange to ocean circulation patterns. Apparently they're even working on turning algae into fuel. And if they crack that, maybe we can power this whole channel with seaweed. And next up, the RNLI Lifeboat Station, where brave volunteers stand ready to tackle the unpredictable North Sea. This station has a long and distinguished history, dating back to 1848, and has even been awarded 7 times for gallantry. These folks are the real heroes, rescuing people from all sorts of marine mishaps. It really highlights the vital role these life-saving services play in the coastal community. Now, for a bit of history, we're off to visit the Watch House, or as I would like to call it, the Nosy Neighbour Tower. Built towards the end of World War I, this imposing structure was originally owned by the War Office and served as a lookout point and command tower to defend the coast. Imagine the poor soldier stuck up there in the freezing cold, scanning the horizon for enemy submarines while dreaming of a nice cup of tea. From the heights of the Watch House, we take a short stroll down the promenade, taking in the fresh sea air and dodging the occasional rogue frisbee. This stretch of the coastline has seen better days, mind you. Back in the early 1900s, it was a grand affair with a massive shelter that could hold 600 people. Sadly, time and tide, including some serious damage in 1925, haven't been kind. Between the 60s and the 90s, they tried to modernise it, but most of the business gradually closed down, and now it's mostly just pigeons and the odd seagull fighting over a dropped ice cream cone. But fear not, we've arrived at Table Rocks. This natural tidal pool was once a popular swimming spot back in the Victorian era. Originally a small pool, it was extended to a whopping 70 feet by blasting out the rock in 1909 to create a proper outdoor swimming pool. Can you imagine taking a dip in those frigid waters? No wetsuits, no heated changing rooms, just you and the icy embrace of the North Sea. I think I'll stick to paddling. This area has a fascinating history. The Whitley and Monkseaton Bathing Club used to swim here, sporting their official red and black swimming costumes with winkle motifs. Apparently, they even had gold-plated winkle shells. And if you fancy a bit of shipwreck spotting, you might catch a glimpse of the Zephyros, a Greek steamship that ran aground here in 1947. Parts of the wreck are still visible at low tide. Onwards we go, to the heart of Whitley Bay seafront. This golden sandy beach stretches for miles, offering stunning views and ample opportunities for sandcastle construction, kite flying, and the occasional donkey ride. Just be sure to watch out for those rogue waves and overly enthusiastic seagulls. And who could miss the iconic Spanish city? This grand Edwardian building has been a landmark on the seafront for over a century. It has its ups and downs, a bit like a roller coaster, going through periods of decline. But it's now been restored to its former glory. It's a testament to the enduring spirit of this seaside town, always bouncing back with a fresh coat of paint and a renewed sense of optimism. You can grab some fish and chips, try your luck at the amusement arcade, or simply admire the architecture. Next, we take a leisurely stroll along Whitley Bay beach, enjoying the golden sands and the invigorating sea breeze. This beach has it all: sandcastles, surfers, and they even have an annual sandcastle competition. It's a hive of activity, especially on a sunny day like today. If you're planning on bringing your furry friend though, be aware that dogs aren't allowed on most of the beach during the summer months. Finally, we reach Whitley Bay Park, a green oasis amidst the coastal bustle. It's the perfect place to relax after our long walk, have a picnic, or simply enjoy the peace and quiet. And just beyond the park lies our final destination, Whitley Bay Metro Station. This station has a bit of a history too. It was originally called just Whitley and was in a different location before being moved and renamed in 1899. It's also a Grade 2 listed building, so they take good care of it. They even did some major restoration work recently to keep it looking its best. From here, we'll hop on a train back to Cullercoats, completing our circular coastal adventure. Well folks, that's a wrap on our Whitley Bay escapade. We've explored the coast, delved into the history, and even dodged a few rogue ferrispace. From the charming Victorian architecture of the metro station, to the revitalised Spanish city, and the golden sands of Whitley Bay Beach, this coastal town has a unique charm that's hard to resist. It's a place where history, nature, and seaside fun collide, offering something for everyone. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel for more exciting adventures, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on our next epic journey. Until then, happy exploring.